remember?
Yeah, there is a delay.
Yeah.
So we'll wait. We're patient. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Hey, you live around here much?
I do.
Oh, man.
Only a lot.
Hey, you want to go on a date sometime?
Yes.
It's awesome.
I would.
Okay. Oh, here it goes. It's going now. It's going now.
That's
so,
awesome.
Elapsed time. We're at 0.
We're
at 0 now.
Thing here.
Moderator thing. All right, party people of YouTube. Welcome. How you guys doing? To another soon-to-be classic and exciting and riveting edition of Sunday Night Live with
me, Christa,
and Brad. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna talk. We got some stuff.
Yeah.
We got some stuff and things prepared for you guys.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
I like stuff and things.
Everybody
Hi,
likes
Danny
stuff.
B.
Danny
Hi, Brian B.
What's up, Wayne? Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys. So yeah, we've got. We prepared a little bit in advance. We heard some of the topics that you guys. Well, try to listen. Some of the topics that you guys brought up on our hey, don't forget to watch the video, which is kind of funny. Hey, don't forget to watch the video.
There you go.
So anyway, hello Seaway 444.
Aaron.
Karen. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Mike.
Virginia. Everybody's here.
Holy smokes.
Black Mesa. Hello.
Cool.
Nice. JS Farms is in the hizzy.
I was just watching your video on rabbits.
Krista
I
literally was. And yet that distant howl is our beast. Our beast.
Barking for some strange reason.
What's up, guys? Amish country. How's everybody?
Howdy, Northwest Florida.
Okay, so starting out tonight, first of all, thank you guys for joining us. Grateful that you're here. And one of the things that I think is going to be really cool about this whole experience is interact with each other. Up here, we're going to try and read as many of the questions and stuff as we can. But if we're going, you can't sometimes get to it.
Right.
But you guys interact. If you know the answer to, say, Wayne's homestead, which is it's time to party, and the answer is yes, let's raise the roof, party people. So I don't raise the roof.
So weird.
Hey, Burr.
Yes, it is cold.
Yeah, it is.
It's very cold.
So, Statesville, North Carolina. Faith Gobble. What's up, sister? So, okay, tonight we're going to start out with a little bit of rabbit talk. You were just watching some rabbits.
I did. I didn't get all the way through JS Farms video on rabbits because we had to be out here. So
but we raise our own rabbits.
We do raise our own rabbits, and the rabbits we have are we have a couple of different
Hi,
breeds.
Nifty.
Hi.
Hi, Nifty.
We have a mix of New Zealand Lop mix, and then we have a red New Zealand who just had babies yesterday.
Yes. How many?
7, but 1 died. I guess my daughter said it drowned in the placenta. So,
yeesh.
Boo.
That's a bad day when you're drowning in a placenta. Yeah, it's
really?
bad. It's a bad day.
Please don't go.
Well, they said that Jimi Hendrix drowned in a pool of his own vomit, and I'm thinking, man, that must have taken him forever to fill that sucker up. And you got to be really committed.
Oh my Lord.
Rabbits.
Okay, rabbits are super, super easy. I'll be honest with you. Of course, we had the tragedy last month of our 9 babies died because it
was a mistake.
Yeah,
it was a mistake.
I forgot about the box and anyway. But our red New Zealand had babies yesterday.
What's up, Tommy?
So 6 are alive, and Tommy's here.
Look out.
Man.
Hide your cat.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have no idea what that means.
Neither do I. Then we have some white New Zealands. We have 2 of those, and 3 New Zealand Lops, and a red New Zealand. So we have 6 adult rabbits right now, and we have too many males.
Well, here's the question, Mama.
Yeah.
Answer to the people that might be out there going, well, now, why do you raise rabbits at all? What do we raise rabbits for? Well, do you want me to answer it? Or?
No. We initially started raising rabbits to use them for meat. However, I watched several videos on how to process those rabbits, and
I don't have a problem with it.
I can't do it.
I
can't be near it.
I don't have a problem with it. The thing is this, though. We initially, like she was saying, got them as a protein source. But right when we first started having the babies, it was time for the state fair.
Yes.
And a lot of people were coming and buying them from us off of Craigslist at a really, really good premium. And we also sell them to their local Tractor Supply and Rural King.
Yep.
And they sell them. So we've never actually had any that we didn't just flat out sell.
No, and it really helps us to pay for the feed. So
absolutely.
That's really nice. Actually, Black Mesa was saying that time to call the herd. However, I'm actually in communication with somebody nearby us in hopes to trade a couple of males for a female. So I'm hoping to do that soon.
Yeah. Oh, I've tried to process bunnies, but a bucket full of bunny heads puts me off. Yeah. Well, and we just processed our ducks. We had 3 ducks. And they were all males, and so we didn't want to have all males. We were going to try to do it for the eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was just weird. I mean, it was weird having the ducks' heads in there. Yeah, it was a little strange. Yeah. And you know, kids are playing with them, like, look at me.
No, they did not.
No, they were not. So Wayne's Homestead, he is absolutely correct. Pound for pound, rabbits are the best meat source. Yes. And also, guys, it is financially the best.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have very little. I mean, you just have to buy a little bit of feed, and they produce so many rabbits.
A lot of protein.
It's unbelievable.
Lots and lots of protein. Another thing that we really like for the rabbits is we use their poo in the garden.
Smeared on our face.
Oh, yeah. It's like war paint. I'm going into the garden.
Sorry. No. I've been married to him a really long time.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
No, it's great for the garden. And yeah.
Oh, wow. Mike had to cull his herd from 70 to 40 rabbits. That's a lot of rabbits, man. Wow. So, yeah, but for us, you can use the poop as fertilizer. And what's nice about that, too, is it's not a hot fertilizer. And that means, for those of you who might not be gardeners, it means that you can put it straight into the garden. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not going to burn your plants or anything like that. So that's really great. And also, too, if you're in a situation where you're trying to raise meat for, for your own use, whether you're going to use it, eat it, can it, whatever you're going to do, they're also really great because they're not noisy. Right. They're quiet.
Very quiet. You can do them in the suburbs.
Yeah, you can put a mess of cages in a very small area. Now people that are animal people, do not hear that I'm saying abuse your animals, because I'm not.
No. You can put many cages in, say, a garage. You can put many cages.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, if you're even in a homeowners association, they're not considered livestock. So you can have them wherever, and they can't say anything about it. So it's different than chickens. It's different than goats, and you can just have them. So if you need to have a protein source on hand, rabbits are a great first start.
Yeah. We have our Amish homestead. How do we prevent the waters from freezing? We don't at this moment, because we cannot afford
heated waters.
The heated waters. But however, Jennifer just said that they cost $12. I've always seen them for $20. Where are you finding them for $12? Because sister, that's a pretty good deal. I mean,
but then the other question is, how much are you spending in electricity?
True.
I mean, that gets costly. Heaters are not cheap.
When you bring the waters in to thaw them in the hot water, you're still using electricity.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. I mean, it's like running a heater if it's running 500 watts, 300 watts.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
No, our goat's water is only 120 watts. So I can't imagine the rabbit ones are.
So if you have any information out there on what it's actually costing you to run these heaters, that would be something to look into.
Yeah, how much wattage do they use? That would be something to find out.
Yeah. So what is the right size of cage, Black Mesa? I've seen different opinions on that, and we never ever go the recommended size, because we feel like the rabbits need more room. The cages are probably 2 foot by
30 inches by 24 inches deep.
30 by 24, and that's bigger than their recommended.
Yeah, and then 18 inches high. So.
And when it's nice out, we'll bring them out. We've got like a fence, like a baby cage kind of fence. Cage. It's a baby like fence thing.
It is meant for children. However, we'll use it for animals.
And also too, we have a rabbit tractor. It's like a chicken tractor, but we put the rabbits in there and we put some wire underneath, and so we drag them around, and they just love that, having the fresh grass.
Yeah, we did that this summer.
Yeah, we never go the minimum size with those things, just because, I mean, this is going to be your food source. Don't you want to treat it nice, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, happy rabbits, healthy rabbits, yay. Yeah. All right. Hey, Bossy Nut, how you doing?
Right. NMS 886 has got a heated water bowl from Walmart, 25 watts.
Oh.
Only comes on when it gets to freezing. Oh.
That's a great idea.
I will have to look for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully they're not expensive.
NMS. So another thing that we wanted to talk about tonight a little bit is actually raising and eating your own food, like literally butchering your animals. Yeah. We've been getting a lot of comments on the channel lately of people that are saying, you know, hey, I want to raise my own protein. I want to raise my own chicken. I want to raise my own turkeys and rabbits. But a lot of people are saying that their spouse is not down with that.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you what, folks, here's the thing. There is no industrialized food production company system that can do this as humanely and with kindness as you can do it yourself.
Right.
It's not going to happen. And I think the first thing that we saw that was like, oh my gosh, if we're going to eat meat, we have to raise it ourselves.
Right.
Was the movie.
Oh, Food Inc.
Food Inc.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's called Food Inc. And it's on YouTube. You can watch it for free, but check it out, because the industrialized, corporatized food production world is not good for those animals. It's really kind of gross. Food Inc. is not like a really bad one. I mean, there's a lot of movies out there that are just totally gore. Yeah. And it happens. So I did not want to shut my eyes to it, even though it's real. Yeah. It happens.
Right.
And also, yeah, Mike, good point. No GMOs.
Right.
And
that's true.
I've walked through meat processing plants, cruel and nasty. Yeah, I remember as a kid, my dad had a friend who had a chicken egg ranch. And it was just these long, super long, probably hundreds of feet long, small,
they're horrible.
I guess you would call them pens or whatever, but it was just, the chickens literally had this much room per bird.
That's awful.
And they were crammed in there with their heads through this thing. And all they could ever do is sit and eat and drink and make eggs. The end. And, oh yeah, good point, J.S. Rum's Farmageddon is also a great
that's
great
right.
video.
I do remember seeing that one. King Corn was another one.
King Corn is excellent.
I forget.
But the way that these animals are treated it actually hurt my heart a little bit. And that's, I don't want to sound funny about that.
No.
But when you see how they're treated, you can't look at them in the freezer case in the grocery store the same way and go, well, I can just detach from this.
No.
I mean, when we raise our own meat for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's the most moral way to do it. Mm-hmm. We're going to eat the meat. So then, and also they're treated the best, and it's cheap. Mm-hmm. If you start adding up what it costs you to raise this protein, it's cheap.
Yeah.
And also there's the whole preparedness side of things, guys. You know, I say this a lot. And that's like, what is, you know, if you go to the store right now, what's chicken cost right now for you guys? Wherever you're at in the world, what does chicken cost? For us, it costs how much?
For us, it's, I think, $1.99 for the cheapest chicken breasts.
Chicken breasts? Well, like, what's like thighs? Like $1.80, $1.50?
It depends if they're on sale or not.
So, but
I can't remember.
Just think about this. Now, here's the point. Whatever it's costing you right now today, let's say that there was some kind of disruption in the supply chain. Whatever scenario, you pick your scenario. Maybe it's a financial thing. Maybe it's a snowstorm or whatever, and you can't get food. Now what's it worth?
Yeah. Now
what's it worth now? If we wanted to have chicken tomorrow and I couldn't get out of here, I'll go get one.
Right.
You know, what's it worth?
Wow, Jackie's paying $4 per kilo.
Oh my grace. Marrying a butcher. Good call. If I were a rich man. No. The girl, the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, on sale, 39 cents a pound? What? That's not real. That can't be real.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Now they're sending live
much.
chickens to China from the U.S. That's true. Home
Yeah.
free. They are sending live chickens to China to be processed. And isn't that crazy that it's...
No thanks.
Can you imagine what it's doing to those poor animals?
That's...
Well, no, they're all right.
No, they're still alive when they're
Are they?
shipped, is what she said.
Oh, my
They're
gracious.
sending live chickens to China. That's insane.
Oh, my gosh. $4 to $5 for 6
bought...
thighs. So the point is this. For us, guys, we raise our own meat, and it was, I'll be honest, it was not a fun day when we first decided to do the butchering. I was very, very, intimidated.
Yeah, well, and Jonathan almost passed out a couple
of
times.
Yeah, our son Jonathan. And the thing is we did a lot of research to make sure that we were doing it the most pain-free way we could possibly do this. And what we saw is a kosher way, is that, well, you turn them upside down and you just nick them here. And they don't even know that there's anything wrong if you've got a nice sharp knife until it's end. And then, so, I mean, they've lived a really, really nice life. They've been cared for, fed extremely well. And then, so it's only a smidge of time that's uncomfortable. But if you see what these commercial food operations do, it's disgusting. Yeah. It's disgusting. So check out those movies, Farmageddon, Food Inc., King Corn, and there's a lot of stuff on the internet that's it's a little more graphic, a little more gross. But for us, we didn't need to see much more. We were just like, no.
No, I was sold after Food Inc. Permaculture prepper. Neck snap. Sorry, I can't do that.
Neck snap.
Well, and if you cut them here, their heart is still pumping. If you snap the neck, then their heart stops and you don't get all the blood out.
Yep.
And that's we really like making sure all of the blood is out. And
that's one of the reasons why we do it the way we do it, is because when you nick their arteries, they don't. Their heart keeps pumping, and it pumps all that blood out. Yeah. So it makes for a better, fresher tasting piece of meat too, also. And it doesn't stress them out as much. Yeah, no. I mean, but yeah. Okay, Karen, it's good that you cared enough to worry about their experience. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Strapped to the wheel upside down. Holy smokes. I didn't see the other part of that conversation.
I didn't either. At life at home. A life at home. I can read.
The first time we processed chicken. Oh, we gotta go fast.
We made some dinner for that night. Not one person could eat it. I'm sure it was really, really tough. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing
chicken's
too.
Got to rest for a little bit.
Yep. Joel Salatin, Danny B. Joel Salatin. He's what we are trying to model our homestead after.
Right.
We can't do it all at once right now because we're not allowed to have pigs and we're not allowed to have cows where we live. But that's ultimately the goal. And you know what? It's funny because we were just talking to a person. I will not get too descriptive. And this person was very much in the system. They're the go to the grocery store. This is where I buy my stuff kind of thing. And they were lamenting on how the world is so overpopulated and we can't feed the world and we can't do this and that. And I got to tell you what, first of all, Joel Salatin, he's right. We can feed the world. And another thing too, it was just crazy. I read a statistic that said basically you could fit every single person in the entire world in the state of Texas and give them all a half acre. So there's no overcrowding. It's a myth.
Yeah. That's mind-boggling.
But
honestly.
You go with the Joel Salatin way, and it's everything relies upon each other. It's symbiotic, and that's absolutely the way to go. So let's check this out. What we got? Everyone should watch those movies, folks. This ain't normal. Absolutely.
We need to get that book.
Yep. Okay. Speaking of books, that's another thing that came up. Actually, Karen Berry, she specifically asked us to show you guys some of the books that we want to physically have on hand. And the reason why, guys, first of all, I think it's super, super important to have physical books on hand for a lot of reasons. First reason is this, that, you can't, you can still read a book if you don't have electricity. You can still get the information if you don't have internet. It's not going to be changed or manipulated. What you have in your hand is a fixed thing. And so I believe it's very, very important. I mean, you know, what do they say? History is written by the guy who won, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or rewritten.
Right.
And I, you know, whatever you want to do with the current administration, but I remember distinctly when he was first elected, they said we're going to have to make new traditions and we need to make new history. And I'm like, all right, creepyometers going freaking out. And so not only do you want to have something tangible on hand, stuff like medicine and how to grow things, even stuff that you don't know now,
Right.
it's
hugely
important. So we're going to show you a couple of the books that we have that we keep on hand. And so
we got The Joy of Keeping Farm Animals. It gives you a brief overview of a few different animals. It's got chickens, goats, pigs, sheep, and cows. So this one I just picked up. Well, half-price book's pretty cheap.
Joy of Keeping Chickens. That's another one.
This is more in-depth about chickens.
This one is the Holy Bible for Brad right here.
That was the first beekeeping book he got.
Yep, and you can see, I mean, I've got everything is, well, you can't probably see it. I'm doing it that way. But everything is highlighted and highlighted and highlighted. And I'll tell you what, if you're going to be interested in keeping bees, this book is invaluable.
It's very, very invaluable. Backyard Goat. This is one of my favorites. I've got a few tabs in here. Very in-depth about keeping goats. And there's even some milk recipes in the back to making cheese.
Now, this one here, this guy is for anybody who's interested in being self-reliant, a prepared person. I don't like using the word prepper because I think it has such a bad connotation, just that people automatically assume you're crazy. But basically, this one right here. Now, I am not a LDS person, but this book is full of everything you need to know about food storage and communications and preparedness of everything. It's cheap. It's cheap. I forget where we got it. I'm looking for it on here right now, but we did get it online. And also, they do allow you to download this book for free. But it was going to cost more. We want a physical copy, and it was going to cost more to print it out than to buy it.
I would rather have the physical copy. That way I can mark it, I can bookmark it, I can do whatever I want to it. It's hard to do with a tablet.
Well, and also the website you can get this on, which we're not connected with, but this is a great source of information, is the ldsavow.com.
Yeah.
You know, so
it does show up backwards.
I know, that's why I decided to tell him.
Sorry about that, Wayne.
Yeah, but everything in here, from food storage to how much food you need to what you'll face, it's in there.
Right.
So that one's huge.
This is another really great one. Mini farming, self-sufficiency on 1/4 of an acre. Can you imagine what we would do if we had 10?
Oh man.
Holy smokes.
That's what we're working towards.
Goal. That's our goal.
You got a few more, baby?
I have a few more.
Hell, here.
I'm kind of obsessed.
Well, and also, I think it's very, very important, guys, that you get history books. And get history books that who knows how accurate they really are. But history books, because stuff changes, and that's scary. I mean, the world is pretty much Wikipedia right now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And you can change it. Things can just go away. So... let's see.
So these are some of our medical things that we can reference in case we don't have access to the internet. Smart Medicine for a Healthier Child. This has been a really great resource for natural homeopathic remedies. And then Prescription for Natural Cures. I can't remember where we got this.
Yeah, this thing is massive. Look at the size on that. But this is all the stuff that people have forgotten, like Permaculture Prepper would talk about a lot of different things on his channel. If you've never heard of, say, there's a, what's it called? Knit bone or comfrey.
Oh, comfrey, yeah.
A comfrey is a plant that grows in the Appalachian regions, and it's basically a plant that grows with a taproot that goes way, way down, like 6 feet down. Yeah. But you can lop off the leaves, and it's got an insane amount of protein for your animals. But also, if you have a bone break, you can slap some of these leaves, a poultice, onto it, and they say that it heals twice as fast. But stuff like that, guys. I mean, this is practical stuff. Now, what else we got here, Mama?
All right, so these are some of our homeschool books. This is probably the most important book we have.
This is it.
This is my Bible.
Yeah.
Show my name.
I'm not. I got that. The Holly Bibula. What is the Holly Bibula?
I've had this since I've had this since I was 16 years old, and I have my awesome bookmark in it that Caroline made for us.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, then some of our homeschool
practical stuff.
Practical stuff. You know, if you don't have access to the internet and you still need to teach your kids, this is fantastic set. We picked it up from our local used bookstore, McGuffey Readers. Yeah,
basically, this is crazy. These are what the kids used to, learn to read
in the 1800s.
In the 1800s, and I went through the highest, the 6th grade one, and I gotta kid you not, people. I don't consider myself a really, I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm not stupid either.
Right.
And it was hard. There was a lot of stuff in here that was difficult, and it just shows just how bad our education system has gotten.
Yeah. Our first grader is reading, he's in the second one right now. He just started the second book, which is awesome.
Always essential?
Always essential.
Dictionary.
And this is just one of the student ones we have, but we've got big volumes that are this big that we've got, they're huge.
Well, and the dictionary is important because definitions change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right?
Right. This is a really cool book that another homeschool family gave us, 10, 15 years ago? But it is a high school subjects for home study.
Hey, hold on a second. Tommy, you just pipe down, dude. No pajamas.
Footy pajamas. Nice.
Nice.
This was from the early 1900s, and it has everything your kids need to know for high school.
Yeah.
I have not used it yet, to be honest, but it is a great thing to have backup in case there's no internet. And again, still need to teach your kids.
Karen is asking King James, and no, she's not asking. I think
she's
that
telling.
Was telling.
Yeah.
I actually like both of those versions. Personally, we stick with more than NIV.
Mm-hmm. It's easier for the kids to understand.
Well, and hey, trust me, if you're reading your Bible,
right.
Go good. Right. I don't care what version it is. I don't like the paraphrases now.
No, I don't either.
Like the Living Bible and the Living Translation.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just,
not a fan.
there's some of that stuff that the text gets watered down so bad that it loses some of its oomph.
Yeah.
So, other books.
Poetry book. The Harp and Laurel Wreath is a great collection of a ton of different poems that you can use for literature with the kids. And my favorite poem is in there, but I won't read it.
Not right now.
No, not right now. It's too long. And then encyclopedias.
Technical books. Yeah.
We have, this one was Brad's when he was a younger child.
Younger child.
Yes, he is still a child, but an older child now. But these are great. It doesn't matter, if they're old. We found a whole set of these history ones.
Yeah.
I think there was $1 a book.
And I got to tell you guys, it is really, really jarring when you'll look at history books that were written in the 50s as opposed to stuff that is being taught now. It's nutty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Have you guys, has anybody seen the movie, what's that movie I like to watch and you guys I drive you nuts with it, the space movie.
Oh my gosh.
Interstellar.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great movie. He just watches it.
Well, it's a science fiction movie. It's set in the near future, and basically the world has gone to a monoculture in terms of corn. That's all you eat. That's all you corn. And
okra
is gone.
Blight, it's now gone, and the only thing left is corn.
But basically, there's a scene in the very beginning where Matthew McConaughey's character is arguing with the principal and a teacher over whether or not the lunar missions happened at all.
Right.
And the teacher's arguing that it was a great
work of propaganda.
That they made it all up. It never happened. It was just a way for the U.S. to bluff Russia into spending so much money that they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And he was an astronaut guy, and he was disagreeing. Right. That the point is not whether or not you agree with the lunar landing or not, but that history changes and gets twisted and manipulated, and that's why it's important to try to get to the roots and not just jump on the bandwagon of whatever stinking new trend comes out, you know?
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Stream health is a little bit slow. But
well, we can't help that.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Faith.
So, all right. Well, other things that we were going to want to talk about tonight. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you got? Fouchomatic is a great channel. Yep. Fouchomatic, yep.
Maybe we should go to some of these questions.
Okay, some questions. We printed them out.
Yeah. I started to handwrite them. I'm like, this is going to take me forever.
Karen, my wife, loved you so much she handwrote your question out. So.
Okay, first one. Animal vaccinations. Janice Hartenoff. Animal vaccinations, for or against? Boo. Boo.
We're pretty much against most vaccinations.
Yeah.
We're not to the degree where we'll just say no on all vaccinations, but you really have to look. There are so many bad things that get put into those vaccinations, and if you actually talk to your doctor, they'll give you the info sheet. They'll be like, here, this is what came from the pharmaceutical company.
Or it came from CDC.
Yeah, and the bottom line is that little info sheet that they give you is drastically different than the information that actually comes with the drug. Mm-hmm. And if you actually read what comes with the drug, most of it can do really, really bad stuff to you.
Oh, yeah.
And so you've got to be careful, but generally we try to find natural ways for absolutely everything, even for our animals.
Right, right.
For example, goats.
Right. They suggest that they have the, CDT antitoxin, and it's a tetanus, and I honestly can't remember it. It's escaped my brain. But
Granny goat farmers. No, we don't.
We don't vaccinate them at all, and we don't give them wormer. We use diatomaceous earth.
Yep. If they get one of them got pink eye.
Oh, then we use colloidal silver.
You can use colloidal silver. Mm-hmm. The reality, guys, is there's a lot of natural remedies out there that actually work.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be harmful. And you know, not only is it expensive to jump to the doctor every,
a half hour.
Yeah, but it's not, I mean, think about the repercussions. If you can do something with an organic or natural product that's cheap that you have on hand, why wouldn't you?
Right, right.
Why wouldn't you?
We don't have a barn. I'm sure most of you have seen our goat setup, and we move their cage every week or so, and they don't have an issue with worms.
No, they don't.
It was our old farmer friend from the first farm we rented.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave us so many helpful tips, and
so
we've had healthy animals.
Hey, Mike, I know that from some of the comments that you've been making on my son's truck, that you've been looking out for us, that we actually got it fired up yesterday.
Yeah.
We got it fired up. The truck is alive.
Yeah, poor Jonathan. He about wet his pants. He was so giddy.
Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna make a video coming up real soon on a mystery part. We went and got the what do they call it? The Chilton's manual for this particular truck, this particular year. Yeah. But there's a part on there that's not in the manual. And hey, Benchmade, how you doing? But it's not in the manual, and I'm hoping I'm gonna take some video of it and see if you guys can tell us what is this mystery part.
Yeah.
So, okay, new questions.
So Jill is here, and she had a question earlier. Jill Bott. She had a comment. She makes the Amish white bread with half buttermilk.
Ooh.
I'm like, I need to try that. That sounds really good. Really, really good. So I will try that next time.
What else we got, Mama?
She also asks if we make kombucha.
No.
We don't like the taste of it. We've tried it.
And it kind of looks like a alien brain.
No, that's not.
The mother.
That's
the
not.
mother. That's what they call it, the mother.
Excuse me.
Looks like an alien brain.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yes, it is alive.
Yeah, and she also asks about sourdough bread. I've tried, and I've failed miserably.
Danny B. Yes. Here's the thing, colloidal silver. We use it. We actually use it in a nebulizer too for when we get chest issues.
Yep. Especially for our special needs.
We have a special needs daughter.
Anytime she gets pneumonia, we use the colloidal for her nebulizer.
And it will knock it out unless it's a really particularly nasty strain. Yep. And so we put the colloidal silver right into the nebulizer, and gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would I know what an alien brain looks like? I'll never tell.
Amish Country Homestead. What about shoe fly pie or whoopie pies? Well, our daughter is getting very good at baking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she tried a shoe fly pie. She tried making it, and nobody liked it. It had too much molasses in it. So.
Brian B., you've been a mechanic for 25 years. Yes, and I will be asking you. I think I'm going to do that video tomorrow just because it's not in the Chilton's manual, and it looks like it might have been an after add-on thing. So,
yeah.
Anyway. Other questions. What do we got?
All right. Fanny, get your gun. Can you offer advice on how to proactively defend your rights and property against people, neighbors, neighbor pets that are being destructive or abusive? Shotgun.
Oh.
Sorry.
What was that? That was Joe Biden. Buy a shotgun. Buy a double barrel shotgun. It was after, they were trying to take our guns again. They were trying to destroy the Second Amendment. It was, I think, like 6 months ago, a year ago, and Joe Biden gets on with his wisdom and his, he's like, yeah, just buy a double barrel shotgun. That's. And then somebody online picked it up and made it into a silly song that he's, buy a shotgun, buy a double barrel shotgun. And it's really funny because Joe Biden is a moron.
Yeah. Yeah. So Amish Country says, so it tasted like sweet feed. Well, I've never eaten sweet feed, but I can imagine that's what the whoopie or the pie would taste like.
All right. Karen's asking, how's our wood burning going? Well, if you can see right now, I don't know if you can see back there. But our wood-burning stove is literally right there, and it is nice and warm in here, even though it's
supposed to be 14 overnight.
14. Mm-hmm. So it's probably 20 right now outside.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's doing great. Brian Hendershot, do you store any fish antibiotics? Yes, we do.
Just in case.
You never know when you're going to need to medicate your fish. And so it's important to have on, fish, the amoxicillin, the all kind. Yes. There are places you can find them.
Yes.
And I know that even in Tommy, the Carolina prepper, he has actually used himself some fish antibiotics. He's confided in me that he's used them, and you know what? He has not grown a third eye, or he has not grown a extra horn. He doesn't have gills. He does not have gills. So. Awesome. Yeah, Joe Biden endorses discharging firearms in the city limits. True. That guy's a dork.
He's such an idiot.
How do you get to that position, being that dumb? I mean, honestly.
He's a tool. That's why they put him there, because he's an idiot.
Any deer or destructive critter problems there? Actually, no. We've been very, very fortunate. Here, we only have 1 acre, but the thing is we've got a very hyper dog, and then the people next door have dogs, and I think that just the fact that the pee is all over the yard, it keeps them away.
Yeah, we haven't had an issue, and well, I mean, even though our neighbor across the street sees the coyotes during the day in her front yard, she's got like 60 acres across the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Yeah, we don't have issue with them, but I would not have issue with them very long because, well, frankly, I'm not too bad of a shot. Neither's my eldest son, and neither's my second eldest son, and well, there's a lot of people out here that wouldn't mind eliminating the threat. Let's just say that.
I'm kidding. All right, Fanny Get Your Gun had another question that I think is absolutely hysterical. Can Claire make/market a Brad beanie, winter hat with 6 braids out of the top? And I'm saying, and I've already talked to her, and she said yes, she will try to do that.
Okay, bluegrass pepper. Biden was voted in by people that think he's an accurate representation of themselves. Whoa. Wow. That line was just crossed, brother, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, Asher Anna is here. She also had a question. Do you know how Dave Ramsey has his baby steps? We
listen to the radio show.
Yeah, we've just never gone through the classes.
Well, we used to be when I was in a band, when I was doing the rock and roll thing, we made a lot more money than we make now, because weird being in a rock and roll band and then working in ministry. Who knew there would be a slight difference in the money? Yeah, we knew. Well. But basically we went from having a lot of money and a lot of debt to having to work through it. And we did work through it, and it took freaking forever.
Yeah, it did.
But, honestly, God blessed us, and we got through it, and we still to this day stick our money in the envelopes.
Yep.
And we pay everything off right away. And that's how we're saving up. I mean, right now we would love to just go out and find a 5-acre homestead.
Yeah.
But we got to save up.
Right.
And
it's a lot of hard work when you have 7 kids and and only one income. So.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Check Budget Girl for Dave Ramsey stuff. Heck yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of truth. Bluegrass prepper. That is true. So other things. What's going on in your neck of the woods, kids? Any questions tonight? We were kind of blazing through and talking and didn't see a lot of what you guys were asking. We've got a couple more questions. And let's see. Oh, somebody, Dana F. I don't know if you're out there right now, but she was asking, we buy our wheatgrass seeds that we use to make fodder for our rabbits and chickens.
Yep.
And we get them, believe it or not, from Walmart. And believe it or not, it says non-GMO right on the front of the bag.
Right.
And it's the cheapest we have found.
I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's Montana something, and it's a 25-pound bag for $13.98, and it is in the flour and sugar aisle.
So Mike, I'm seeing probably 10K down. Are you saying you found a piece of property for us? Because I will be asking you, my brother.
Move to Maine. Farms are dirt cheap.
Maine?
Is Maine really cold?
Maine has got a lot of permafrost. Squishy, swampy. It's swampy.
Like Alaska?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's further north than Rochester. Rochester and Syracuse.
We've got friends in Syracuse and New York, and that is chilly.
Hi, Chris and Linda.
Chris and Linda Paget are here?
I don't know. I was just
I don't
saying
know. They're buddies.
I don't know if they'll watch, but
So Dana, hey, yes, I'll be looking for them. No, Brad, Susan says.
Oh, so no, there's no permafrost or
no squishy swampy. I don't know what I'm thinking. I've only been to Maine a few times, believe it or not.
Maine has 2 seasons, winter and the 4th of July.
Excellent. Love it.
That's better than here, winter and construction.
That is true. The non-GMO wheat berries are also on Amazon. Sounds like it may be the same brand you're referring to. Yeah, I think we get it in a 25-pound bag, and it was $13?
$13.98.
Not bad.
No.
Not bad.
No, we picked some up the other day.
Yep.
Right now in New Brunswick, 1 degree. Oh.
1 degree.
I'm sorry.
Maine is colder than the Midwest. I was born there. It is cold there.
I told you it was cold.
I know it's cold there.
Furthest north. No thanks. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm
so
cold here.
This is interesting. Question from TR Outrider. How are you dealing with city or village ordinances? I'm in the rural village, but neighbors all think that they live in some highfalutin neighborhood.
I love the term.
And actually, we were just talking about that yesterday. It's really funny because now to move a little bit away from the city is kind of a trendy thing. And then, but those people they want to have their property and they want to feel and look like it's country, but hell no, you're not going to have a pig next to me.
Yeah.
Hell no, you're not going to have a rooster next to me. Hell no, you're not going to have a cow. And so they get in there and they weed themselves in, and then they start changing the zoning and regulations. And so it does stink, and it seems like more and more we want to go further and further out because of that.
Right. I'm so tired of neighbors dictating to us what we can and cannot have when you live in a rural area. I'm sorry. If you want to be in a place where there's no pigs and no cows, move to the city.
Yeah.
Give us a break. Let us be how we want to be.
Well, and I think we would be considered solidly libertarian. Just stay out of our
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
Leave us the freak alone.
Exactly. And Asher Anna, I'm very sorry. I misunderstood your question. She was saying that it's our baby steps in homesteading, not with Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
So she's saying if you were going to give people a list of developing a homestead, how would that list go?
Okay.
Small garden, develop water catchment, put up some solar, get chickens, get rabbits, get goats, learn to shoot a gun.
Yes. All of
in that order at the same time. No,
well,
not really.
in Wayne's homestead, and he'll say it right now, in terms of animals, Wayne, what do you say? It's chickens, rabbits, goats, and then keep going. Well, see, I think that a lot of this animals are very, very important, but a garden, you'll be surprised at how much you'll spend in a garden when you don't know what you're doing.
That's true. Yeah, our first ones were really expensive.
Yeah, we had some at least $10 tomatoes in there.
Yeah, we were still learning. So.
But I would say if you're going to start out with like a small garden and a couple chickens.
Yeah, start like 6 or so.
And then next season, expand your garden, maybe even double it, and then maybe add some more chickens and a couple rabbits.
There we go. Wayne says chickens, rabbits, goats, hogs.
Yes, I agree with that order. Absolutely.
Then a cow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, baby steps are very important. However, here's the thing, guys. With the advent of YouTube, you can get a PhD in chickens with a couple hours invested. 15 hours. There's so many, videos that are out there that these people do this all the time, and they know what they're talking about. And that's how we did it.
Yeah.
Honestly, we just we watched a bunch of videos, got some books, and it was like, well, this isn't so hard. Well, let's do bees, and let's do this, and let's do that.
Right. And you can add, every couple of weeks, you can add a new thing. I mean, for us, we have to wait until we can save up a little bit, and then we can add that feature, my next goal, our next goal is really we have to get another homestead.
Yeah, we need something bigger because we want to have cows and pigs.
I want a cow.
We've had pigs in the past.
So bad.
We've had pigs in the past, and it was great. Oh my gosh! And if you're going to do your own butchering, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Actually, I forget. I'm sorry. I was reading the questions as it went. There, Tracy. I was just coming back to you, Tracy. Was it hard to butcher for the first time? Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Because we all had our roles, and it was a chicken. We did chickens, and we all had our roles. Mama had watched a bunch of videos on how to eviscerate the animals and get them cleaned.
Joel Salatin's videos. Great.
And I basically, I was the executioner. I had all my stuff ready to go, and I got my knife out, and we actually, you can say what you want about us, but we honestly said a prayer, and we thanked God that he had provided this meat for us, and we asked God to help us dispatch these animals in a way that was quick and painless. Because I don't want to hurt this animal. I don't, but the reality of eating meat is death.
Right. This animal that we raised from a chick is going to help benefit and feed our family.
Yep.
So Karen Berry is asking, can you leave your area for a new homestead? Yes. I can.
Yeah.
We really don't have any.
I mean, I work at a church.
Well, yes, but the home that we're in, we really don't have any ties here. The kids are not in the local schools. We don't go to church right here. We go to church a few miles away, several miles away.
I mean, my job obviously depends on working at church, but we're looking at an expanded thing.
Right.
And the reality is this, that, I'm a contemporary worship guy, which means I get up and play rock star on Sundays, and it's great, and I get to tell people about Jesus, and I get to play rock and roll music, really but someday when when I'm 55, 50, people are not going to look at me and go, wow, he's a contemporary rock star. They're going to go, why is that old man up there? So obviously not right this moment, but we can't do it anyway.
Right. We can't go anywhere. We need the money. But.
Yeah. So anyway, watching some of these other things, I can't imagine butchering an animal without a prayer first. And you know what? That's true. Honestly, God's provided you with this animal, and you should be respectful enough to treat it with every precaution, every care that you can.
Right.
And if for those of you who don't know, and which seems a little silly to me, but if you don't know J. Null Zero's channel, he is a professor in chickenomics. He's got a PhD in chickenology.
I thought it was chickenometry.
Chickenometry, yes. So
and he what, three dialects of chickenese?
He does speak chickenese. Yeah, all three dialects.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Sam Stevens is right. If you don't name it, I can kill it easier.
Well, that is funny.
That is true.
Our first round of chickens that we got, we did name them all. We named them Original, Extra Crispy, General So,
Sweet and Sour.
And then we had to name one Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the white one. What was that? What breed?
It was a Leghorn.
It was a Leghorn, yeah. So we called him
Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah. That one got bit by a fox.
No, it was our dog.
Our dog?
Our dog killed that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first chicken that died. It was that was
chickenomimetry.
Oh,
so all right,
goodness.
I'm in Ohio also. We bought our land through Bruner. Hey,
cool.
We've been looking at their website, the Bruner Land Company. And every once in a while, for us, what we're kind of trying to find is something that has maybe an old fixer-upper house and then like 5 acres or 10 acres.
Find.
And they get them from once in a while, but we've been looking. Bruner Land Company. So a couple of chickens are named Pot Pie and Pollo.
Oh, awesome.
What's up, Yankee? How you doing, brother? Yeah. So yes, it was definitely Christian Draper blurry. Christine, yeah, it is a little. Our stream health is for some reason. Sorry, I thought you were talking about my new favorite band. I love this band. The kids are listening to this band called 21 Pilots, and I love it. And the name of their album's called Blurry Face. Funny. And it's kind of weird because I don't like rap music at all. I generally hate it. But it's two pasty white guys from Toledo, and it's like reggae and rock, and he raps all together. Whatever. I'll get off of 21 Pilots, but love 21 Pilots. Wow. Jano has the right name on his pig, Bacon. Yep. Oh yeah, and when they're piglets, they're bacon seeds. Yeah, Mike, good point, Mike. What I'm running into is Bruner has land restrictions. Yes, they do. And that is one of the things. And also, too, if you find a piece of property that has, like, mineral rights, they're generally keeping them. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get that. So, yeah. That's no fun. Okay, Land Watch. I'm going to check that out, Black Mesa. So, Jano's pig is pork chop. I can find, write that down, baby. Yeah, Land Watch. Bacon bits. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, that's a great. Oh, pork chop. Yeah. She's pregnant with bacon bits. Well, they're bacon seeds, aren't they? Yeah. Well, when they come out, they're bacon seeds. Well, and you know what's funny is the other day, was it 2 days ago that we had the power outage? Yeah. Power outage. Okay, guys, here's the thing. I went to start making whip in the morning. It's really getting cold finally, and the power went out, and I had a hankering for BLTs. So we just got out the propane stove and we cooked it up, and there's one thing. It's like, you wonder, am I going to use this preparedness stuff? And the answer is yes. We had light. We had, I've got solar power out the back. We have our LED lights throughout the house. We've got heat with our wood burning stove. We had, propane to cook. I have a gas grill to cook. We've got a rocket stove to cook. And, we're set. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's such a nice peace of mind. Oh, yeah. It's really nice to be able to not have to worry about electric sometimes. Well done, Eric. Life and Farmland, Kevin Bacon. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Crispy bacon. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. I like that one. Crispy bacon. Nice, Danny B. Oh, awesome. Oh, Yankees on solar right now. Oh, man. Solar cookers are great. The thing is where we live, you get a lot of gray skies. You need to have a super nice day. Yeah. And what was that? Silver Fire. If you guys are looking into like a stove, like a kind of, it's a rocket stove, but Silver Fire makes a great stove. Actually, Jane 0 talks about that a lot too. So can't wait to get solar. We did buy a generator last week when the power's out for 2 days. Yeah. And here's the thing, guys. Those of you who have generators, you've got to treat your gas. This was something that when we first started becoming self-aware or whatever, gasoline goes bad over time.
Yeah.
And you've got to treat it. We use Stable. It's Stabil.
Yeah.
And you've got to change out your gasoline. Make sure you empty it and out of your generator every season. It'll get all gummy and mess it up, and then when you need it the most, you'll go to start it up and it will not work.
Right.
So
yeah, Aaron Davis is saying, speaking of bacon, where's BC Truck?
Yeah, actually, I talked about him in the video that I made because it's the power's out. We've got our electric going and it's no big deal, and I'm cooking BLTs.
Right. Yankee said that their power's been out for 24 hours.
Oh.
I hope you have a wood stove.
Man.
Yeah. It's too cold.
BC is dealing with spam. I don't know if that means actual spam.
Or the canned meat.
Rocket stoves are very easy to make.
Yep.
Mr. Trek Van Dan must type faster. Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions, baby?
Yeah, Newbie Gardener. Remember, they came to our channel last week. How important is it to fellow homesteaders to buy adjoining properties to our homestead as they become available? We have added acreage twice, and we're looking to do it again, but this time is going to be considerably more money. Our homestead is free and clear. Awesome. Thoughts? ? The property we are looking at has a house and an additional 40 acres. There is no house currently on our future homestead. Would you buy or just build on available land? Either way, a mortgage is probably unavoidable. Would love everyone's opinion.
So you heard the question.
So
our opinion, or my opinion, would be don't get yourself into debt. If you can avoid it,
yeah.
Don't get into debt. Trust me, it would be really, really nice for us to just go buy a big chunk of land and go, okay, fine.
Right.
But if our goal is to keep our income to debt ratio down to a point where it's manageable, even if I had to work at a McDonald's. I mean, heaven forbid, but you know what? A job's a job. And I got to tell you, folks, I am not above any job. Any job that feeds my family and keeps them warm is a job that I am willing to do. And I don't have some kind of pride or weird thing where it's like, oh, I won't work at it. Please get over yourself and take care of your family. Yeah. And so for us, keeping that debt to income ratio really, really low is super important, even though we really want property.
Right. Yeah. Mike Miller saying turnkey tiny house. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we there's 9 of us living in a 1,400 square foot home now, so I think that might qualify as a tiny house. Just maybe. No basement.
Per person.
No basement.
Yeah. Well, Jill is just asked how many square feet our house is, because they're looking to downsize but have 6 kids. Yeah, our house is.
I'll be honest. It's 14 and change.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though. If we had a basement, we would probably be fine.
Yeah.
It's just that we've got to go vertical with everything just because it's so crammed. And we've got the 4 bedrooms, so we got 3 boys in one room, 2 girls in another room, 2 girls in another room.
Right.
And then a child, an adult child, and my wife in another room. But yeah. But the advice from us, if there is any good advice, is just keep it to where it's manageable, that it doesn't really matter if you had a problem with your job, that you would be able to still do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Brad, have you done a video on your rocket stove? Not yet, because I've bought rocket stoves and I've built rocket stoves, and the ones that I built pretty much sucked. And I want to get it right before I try and share the information, because I don't want anything that we do. Here's a secret, guys. When I do a video, when I sit down and do a video, my assessment, my benchmark is, would me, Brad, sit down and watch this video and go, A, I didn't waste my time. B, I got some information out of it. C, it was entertaining to some degree. I have to hit all of those marks or I don't put a video out.
Right, right.
And yes, it's just my opinion, but it's still, that's what I feel like is very important, because there's so much stuff on YouTube that, I mean, you can have the most amazing content, but it's just impossible to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name names, so I'm not going down that road. But it's difficult, and we've kind of slugged through that mire of bad videos just so you can get to that one little cool nugget.
Well, Janice Hartnoff asked, she has a 1/4 of an acre and a small house for just her and one child. What animals would you recommend? And Bluegrass Prepper said chickens or rabbits. Chickens and rabbits are great for small spaces. Also, I don't know, you might want to check with your city ordinances, but a lot of people in urban areas will have small goats. What are they called? The Nigerian dwarfs.
Yep.
They're great milkers.
They're pocket sized.
They're pocket sized. They're great milkers. And they're itty bitty. So you might want to check that out, you know, and goats really, I mean, our goats don't make a lot of noise. We do actually have one of our baby goats, and when she's in heat, she's really loud. I'm like, will you shush? But anyhow, but our goats are relatively quiet.
Side note, Mike Miller, 1.3 billion for Powerball. And the reason why that caught my eye is a buddy of mine at church, Jeff. Mm-hmm. He basically said that now it's mathematically feasible for you to actually buy all the necessary tickets to get all of the combinations so that you will win and you'll make money on the deal.
What?
Yeah. He said that it was like 250 something million combinations, but if you're getting 1 point blah 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 billion, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you win.
I just want the 250 million, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I need billions. And
I'm just worried about Sam. I'm just worried about my medical stuff. Will get in the way of homesteading, fibromyalgia. Sam, I have severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
I get a shot that is ridiculous. It's $2,500 per month.
Yeah.
And I have to have a couple different forms of insurance to get it. And I've been trying to get off of it. Mm-hmm. And it's, trust me, there are ways to get around this kind of stuff. You just got to retrain the way that you eat. Mm-hmm. You've got to retrain. There's so much out there, guys, that will actually heal your body. Your body was designed specifically to heal itself, you know?
Yep.
And if you're giving it the right food, you're not putting a bunch of chemicals in it, you're not in a weird environment, it's going to remember, hey, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to fix this. Now, there are crazy circumstances, and don't get me started on the pharmaceutical companies and cancer and all this kind of nonsense. But generally speaking, most of the medical problems we have can be healed with the right input. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
I've been watching videos from Katarina Rudolph, I think. She lives in Denmark, and she has been healing her body through raw cow's milk.
Yep.
She makes it into kefir. She makes it into yogurt, and she says 90% of her diet is raw cow's milk.
Shag bark. I'm sorry, baby.
No, that's okay. But her videos, you might want to check out her videos, are so amazing. Shag bark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is that? Who is that? Home Free says shag bark to keep her. I don't know if it's a him or her, but arthritis in check. I got to write that down because I don't like my arthritis.
No.
So, okay. All right.
Cool.
Pharma wants to keep you sick. Natural cures don't make them money. You know what? And that is so true, because think about all the lobbyists. Think about all the money. Think about all of the billions of dollars that goes into all these drugs and the control of making sure you don't know that there's a cheap, easy way to fix yourself.
Right. No, they don't want you to know that. Not at all.
I have a friend with RA that not only uses herbs, but changed her diet. And once she was curled up in pain, clogging.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Wow.
Food and exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we're getting ready to come to the end of the evening here. Final stuff. Money's on the medicine. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. St. Bernard Acres. The money is in the medicine, not in the cure. You know, that's right. It's so okay. Gonna calm down.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. I don't like the fact that there are people, there are human beings out there that will actually do that kind of crap for money.
Yeah.
That they will absolutely keep you in a medical prison for money.
Yeah. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for it at all.
So, all right. Hey, Eric, possible side effects. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. We're going to say a quick prayer. Hey, everybody say goodnight to everybody else. That's always cool when you see the thing just go, and everybody's like, good night. But anyway, we're going to say a quick prayer. Father God, we thank you so much for all of these people that have chosen to take their time and join us tonight. I hope that that they all have gone away with something that is beneficial to them, and that you pour out a special blessing on them, and that we can all grow in community, we can all become more self-reliant, and we can all become more dependent on you. Amen.
Amen.
You guys have a great night.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Bye-bye. As soon as I can find the clicker. See ya.